Hey, what's up everyone? My name's Chris Winter, and in this video, I'm going to go through some of the key differences and similarities between the brand new Nikon D5600 and the Canon T6i and T6s, so you can get an idea of which camera will be best for you. Now, if you guys haven't done it yet, definitely make sure to subscribe because I'm going to be giving away either a Nikon D3400 or a Canon T6 to one lucky subscriber. So hit that subscribe button now to enter. And guys, I also want you to check out my brand new list, the top 10 best cameras for under $800. Now, both the T6i and T6s and the D5600 come in on the list, but they don't come in at number one. So if you want to see what does come in at number one, I'll put a link in the description box below under this video and you can take a look. But anyway, let's compare these two cameras. So let's start off this comparison by talking about the battery life of both of these cameras. Now, I found that I could get around 500 to 600 shots on the Canon T6i and T6s, whereas on the Nikon D5600, I was generally getting around 450 to 500. In video mode, I found that I was getting pretty much the same results as well. So both cameras don't have great battery life, especially compared to a camera like this one right here, the Nikon D3400, which can get around 1200 shots on a single charge, but they should both be good for a day of shooting. And by the way guys, if you'd like me to do a full-on head-to-head comparison between the brand new Nikon D5600 and the Canon 70D and 80D, let me know by leaving a thumbs up on this video. Now, if you look on paper, one area where you might be confused as to which is the better camera is the autofocus points. So the T6s has less focusing points with 19 compared to 39 on the D5600. But importantly, the T6s has more cross-type focus points with all 19 compared to just 9 on the D5600. Which performs better in real life? Well, to be totally honest, they both performed very well for entry-level to mid-level cameras. But with those 19 cross-type autofocus points, the T6s and the T6i were the better performers for me. Now, staying with the topic of focusing, I wanted to talk about autofocus, specifically in live view and video mode. Now, the T6i and T6s introduced a new focus system called hybrid autofocus, which essentially allows for greater autofocus when using live view mode and in video mode. Now, it's definitely not as good as the dual pixel autofocus that you'll find in the Canon 70D and 80D, but it's still very good. And it's also much better than the D5600 offers. So if you do use live video mode a lot, or you want to use autofocus in video, the T6i and the T6s will be the better choice for you. Oh guys, let me know in the comments below if you could win either a Nikon D3400 or a Canon T6, which one would it be and why? And I'll take a look at your comments. Now, both of these cameras can shoot slow motion at a pretty nice 60 frames per second, but importantly, the Nikon D5600 can shoot 60 frames per second at 1080p mode, whereas the T6i and T6s can only shoot at 720p. Of course, both cameras do shoot 1080p at lower frame rates, and in general, they both look very good. Now, is it a huge difference? Well, if you don't shoot a lot of slow motion, it's not going to make a big difference. If you're only using it for the occasional slow-mo shot, you can always upscale it. But if you do know that you need to shoot a lot of slow motion and you want to get the absolute best results, the D5600 is definitely going to be the better bet for you. So one of my favorite features on both the Nikon D5600 and the Canon T6i and T6s is this swiveling articulating screen. So compared to some cameras like the Sony a6300, where you only get a partially swiveling screen, the D5600 and T6i and T6s have a fully articulating screen. These are great if you want to get shots from all different angles. So if you want to get a shot from up high, you can see the screen here, or if you want to get it from down low, or even if you're doing what I'm doing right now and filming yourself, you can actually flip it around and get good composition. To be totally honest, there's no real difference between the T6i, T6s and D5600's articulating screen. They're both quite similar. And one great feature is that they also even allow you to flip it around so you've got the screen on the inside for travel to keep it nice and safe. Now, one feature that's on the T6s and not on the T6i and Nikon D5600 is the top LCD screen. Now, this is often found in pro cameras and not beginner cameras, and it's a great little feature as it allows you to quickly see your settings without having to look through either your viewfinder or on your LCD screen. So if that's something that you think you might use or you might find kind of useful, the T6s will probably be the best camera for you. So to be totally honest, I think you'll be happy with all three of these cameras. They all offer fantastic value and a real step up from the beginner cameras from both Canon and Nikon. Now, if you guys haven't done it yet, definitely make sure to subscribe to go into the draw to win either a Nikon D3400 or a Canon T6. And I definitely want you to check out my top 10 list of the best cameras for under $800. That link will be in the description box below under this video, and you can take a look. Hope you all will have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.